Hey everyone, and welcome back to the good old Civilization 5. So, I might be away for 5 or 6 days soon, and I wanted to get some content done, so I figured why not just play good old Civilization 5. And that's what I'm doing. I don't have any plan for this whatsoever. This is just Civilization 5, no mods, outside of enhanced user interface. I think I might just do random, and see what we get, roll with it. We can do Pangea. I do like Immortal. Data does require a lot more optimization, and I don't necessarily want to deal with that right now. Plus, I might be a little bit rusty, because I haven't played in months, or even over a year, I think. I'm not even sure. So yeah, I think we can do this. Maybe we'll go with random personalities. That can be quite fun. And the rest looks fine to me. So, let's see how it goes, and who we get. Okay, Indonesia.
Great hero Gayamada.
Right? I like how quickly it loaded, like almost instantly. That's pretty funny.
The stories of your heroism.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Are bested only by the legends.
Okay, well, I mean, this is fine. Here we are. Man, it has been a while. I will say though, like Civilization 5 will always be my favorite. I will always have a soft spot for Civilization 5. Okay, I'm gonna turn this off, thanks. Yeah, this is like a new PC as of a few months ago. I haven't run Civilization 5 on it yet. So let's do quick combat and movement. Alright? Okay, there you go. So, I think we'll settle on spot here. Yeah, I see some copper over here. It should probably turn on the icons. Okay, here, resource icons. I need to turn off these tutorials, because I really don't need that. Yeah, new to save. I guess that's the default. Yeah, bro, I'm new to save. Only got a few thousand hours. Barely got past the tutorial. Alright, we'll start from pottery. And we will do... well, probably scout. This is Pangea, so hopefully we're not on an island or anything like that. That would be weird. It's not impossible or unheard of. I had some games in the past where I started on Pangea, and then it turned out I was actually the only player in the game on an island. Yeah, that made for a rather interesting game. And I was like, nice Pangea, bro. Okay, here's Poland. And I'm not it. And he stole my ruin. How rude. He actually stole my ruin. Here's another one. That's mine. Get out. Get the heck out. Okay, 50 gold. Not the most impressive reward ever. But we'll take it. Alright, let's grab a monument here. And we'll get 2 pop pretty soon. Which tile are we working? I should have checked that. Yeah, this is actually fine. Let's hard lock that one. We do have some decent tiles nearby. Yeah, we got 2 tiles with 2 food, 1 production. That's always nice. Without any improvements. We have some decent production tiles nearby. Okay, a lot of copper in the area. This will make for a decent production city. Which is always worth having. Just need some growth tiles as well. Okay, our neighbor here seems to be really close. Not sure how I feel about that. But alright, alright. Our scout got promoted to an archer. That's actually really, really good. Because now we'll have an archer that ignores terrain cost. And you can't really get that. Not easily anyway. That's the only way to get one this early on. Yeah, he's really close. Yeah, that's literally his capital. This is what, like 10 tiles? I'm not counting, but something like 10 tiles. Poland is pretty close too, that's Warsaw. I have a feeling we'll end up fighting pretty early. Yeah, most likely. We'll probably have to go to war with Sweden. Sweden will be easier than Poland. I could technically declare war early on and try to steal a builder or a settler. We'll see about that. If I see a settler heading somewhere, I might actually yoink one. There's +1 pop. Yeah, let's just lock this tile over here, because that's what we want to be working. Alright. We got our monument. Yes, so we definitely want a worker, no doubt. But we also want a shrine. Yeah, let's grab that shrine and then we'll get a worker. If I can find a city-state, I might actually steal a worker. Because I'm not sure if I really want to go to war like this early. We want to have some kind of army, so that we can actually fight. As tempting as it is to steal a worker. Yeah, let's move away from that barbarian. We're just here to explore. I'm just going to check this general area, then we'll head back to check out the area south of us. Or the warrior can do that. Okay, we have some really close neighbors. I got very mixed feelings about that. Although, I mean, technically, Washington doesn't have to be close. This is now turn 15. He could be pretty far away. Alright, we'll just go tradition. Yeah, this is pretty tempting to just steal this worker. I could actually do that. It's a very risky maneuver, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's super risky. But we could do it. We could actually do it. Not only we would get a really nice early worker without spending any production on it, but we would hurt his expansion and his development. I might actually do it. Okay, what the heck, let's do it. He's probably not going to like it too much, but whatever, who cares? I never asked for his opinion. Now obviously we want to run away, but I don't want to leave the worker unprotected. Obviously.
Is the following trade of interest to you?
It might actually be of interest to me, yeah. I normally avoid selling embassies early on, and I got my reasons. But yeah, I could probably use a little bit of extra money, even if it's just 1 gold per turn. There's a city-state, okay. Yeah, now we want to escort our worker back. I could still attack this warrior over here. It's probably fine. Okay, I think it's fine. So let's attack him. I won't be staying here too long. But yeah, I wanted to attack him and get a little bit of experience here. Okay, now we want to back up. We did get a promotion, so yeah, I'm okay with that. Yep. Okay, so just back up and escort the worker. That's a barbarian camp. We probably want to take care of that before they attack me, and they are kind of, sort of already doing that. Right. So I think it probably makes sense to get bronze working and archery. We don't need archery, that's for sure. There's a lot of rough terrain around here, and this guy ignores terrain cost. So I think barrage makes perfect sense in this situation. Yeah, I might need to deal with that archer. Okay, we need to back up. I can't fight 2 archers. I will have to attack him. And that preferably not die myself, because I already took some damage from Sweden here. Yeah. I'm gonna have to back up a little bit. It would be very awkward if we died. We can't let that happen. Our warrior can take care of him. Yeah, it's probably fine if I move in and attack him right now, but I don't think I want to risk my archer dying. That would be extremely bad. Yeah, let's just play it safe here. Then we'll move on the next turn. Right here. So, okay, drill is good. Yeah, our warrior died, but oh well. Okay. Well, our builder is safe. I think we need to get some units right now. The other worker can wait. Still need to get back safely, but we should be safe now. That did cost me my initial warrior, which is not very optimal. But, well, we did get the worker for it. There. And we did get that scout archer. That's actually pretty valuable early on. We just need to protect him. try to get him promoted to get, you know, like logistics +1 range in the future. Okay, let's get animal husbandry, because if we have some horses in range, that will help our production a lot. And we do have a lot of terrain that could potentially have horses. Yeah, we will get a mine here, obviously. We want to get that production. Oh, yep, I see Krakow. Okay, then. I'm really worried about my potential expansion. I'm going to get boxed in so hard. Even better reason to, well, take Stockholm, basically. We will have a decent production, so we could actually try to do that. It is definitely a gamble. Yeah, it's a high-risk play for sure. But it might just work. But I don't need to push hard, because once they build like walls, start getting more units, it's not gonna happen. Like, that's all our chances gone. And we are playing on standard speed, which means it's gonna go pretty quickly. Alright, archers back at full health. There's Austria. Let's go then. The mine will be ready pretty soon. Like right now, basically. Alright, yep, there's the mine that will help our production. Yeah, warrior, and let's get another one. Let's get an archer after the warrior. Because like one warrior and one archer is not going to be enough to take Stockholm. I can tell you that. Then we'll grab bronze working. And then maybe construction. That will be the plan. If I want to take Stockholm early on, rushing construction is definitely a good idea. We could also try to rush mathematics. Yeah, there are two ways to do this. We can either get the wheel for the chariot archer and then mathematics for the catapult, or we can get bronze working for the spearman and then rush construction for composite bowman. Bronze working will reveal iron, and I don't need to know where that is, since it's a very important resource. Yeah, I will accept the embassy trades, because we might actually need the gold. Okay, now I kind of want to get the other copper, but we don't have that tile yet. So let's just get the farm, because that's the tile we'll be working anyway. Okay, another worker potentially, that would be nice. Okay, that would be nice indeed. As for the Pantheon, so, well, we don't have copper. We could go for +1 fade on copper, iron, and salt. That's one option. We could go for something safe. I mean, I think that one kind of makes sense in our situation here. God of the Sea doesn't really make any sense here. We're coastal, but I don't really have any sea-based resources in range. God of Craftsman is alright early on. That would give us +1 production immediately. So at this stage of the game, that's actually a fair bit. But I'm leaning towards just... yeah, Earth Mother. We have a lot more copper like to the west-ish. And remember, in Civ 5 we don't get to keep our Pantheon if we don't get a religion. We could just go for fertility rights, but I'll be focusing on production. If I wasn't going to war early on, I would probably go for fertility rights. But yeah, let's get Earth Mother. Hopefully we'll also have iron in range, but we don't know that yet. Okay, so... I could grab aristocracy, but... yeah, I want a legalism here. We will grab an archer next. Hopefully this will happen. He doesn't have walls yet, so we need to try. He does have a general inside. Alright, that's fine. We need to get there quickly. If he gets walls, then we're probably done. Yeah, he's also doing a lot of damage to our warrior. It's going to be a bit of a problem. It's going to be a problem. Well, again, we'll see how it goes. Okay, he has honor too, which explains how he has a great general. So if I move out, he will attack the archer. If I don't, he will kill the warrior. So I think we need to move out. Now, even if we don't take Stockholm early on, we will slow down his development and expansion. And then we can take it later. Okay, now I need to back up. Now being able to ignore rough terrain is going to help a lot. Yeah, that's going to help a lot, because now he can't attack my archer, but I can keep attacking him. We're about to get the second archer, and then I'll need to keep track of like which is which. Okay, another promotion, so barrage 2 already. This is very good for experience farming, if nothing else. Because one of the most important things that can give you a huge advantage is getting these key promotions. You know, like logistics, +1 range. And having a +1 range archer this early on who can ignore rough terrain, that would be huge. Even if it's just a single one. So even if we can't take Stockholm, we'll just farm experience. Okay, yeah, keep shooting. Move in with this fella. Yeah, he will attack me with the city if I do that, but then we can just back up. Okay, second archer is coming. I will probably finish that worker. I guess I don't have to, but I do want to hurry up with the improvements. I will actually refuse the peace treaty for now, because again, I want to get the experience. Yeah, now we'll want to back up with this warrior. Okay, back up. Heal. Send the other archer. This terrain is actually helping quite a bit. Okay, let's get more farms after this. And then I'll probably want to get a settler. You know, to get some kind of other city. I'm not sure if I can even do that. It will probably have to be like over here. I will be really boxed in. I will have like almost no options for expansion. Which is concerning. Yeah, that is concerning. Okay, I could technically kill the general right now. But the problem with that is that I would likely get killed myself directly after. I would lose my most valuable archer. So let's not do that. If it was just a normal archer, I would probably do it. But because this is a scout upgraded to an archer, it's not really worth it. Because that's basically an irreplaceable kind of unit. Anyway, yeah, we probably want to get more units here. I don't want to go too hard on units, like I do want to get a settler. But I think we need at least one more warrior. We do. Okay, let's get some farms here. Okay, hey, this Dutch scout might actually help a little bit, because he will kind of block the way. And that is useful for me. Okay, heal up. If we can get barrage free, that would be nice. Okay, where's iron? Do we have any, like, in range? There's one over here. Okay, there's one here, but I don't think I'm getting that one. Probably not. So our capital doesn't have it, but there's one over here. Maybe I can settle over there. Okay, if nothing else, I just want to slow him down. Okay, yeah. Heal up. We'll finish this warrior, and then we'll start working on a settler. That will hopefully be enough. Yeah, now I probably want writing. Because as tempting as it is to go directly for construction, I can't afford to fall behind too much. Temple of Artemis. Yeah, I can't afford to fall behind too much. Okay, so let's move in here a little bit. Keep pushing, we can still get experience for attacking Stockholm, and he didn't go tradition, which means he will not get a higher attack strength for the capital, or for the cities. But he now has an archer inside. Yeah, that is risky now, because now he could kill me pretty easily. I'll probably have to back off soon. We will not actually take this city with these super basic units. But we will slow him down. I'm happy enough with that outcome. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. Yeah, see how much damage we're taking? We did get a promotion. Okay, let's go this way. Take a look. Yeah, this is not like the most exciting terrain I've ever seen in my life. This is kind of a bad starting location, to be totally honest with you. Because I'm really boxed in. I'm insanely boxed in. That's going to be a major problem. Like, I'm giga boxed in here. Actually, kind of worried about that. Okay, let's get the pasture. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. Like, a major problem, actually. I'm going to fall behind a lot. I basically have to conquer one of my neighbors. Probably, like, the least advanced one. Otherwise, we will fall behind a lot. Like, we will fall behind massively. I'm already 4 techs behind America, 5 techs behind Austria. So, yeah. Well, super early war usually is not super viable on highest difficulty levels exactly because of this, because you start behind the AI from the get-go, like from turn 1. And usually you need to rush the military techs really hard, and then if you don't make major gains early on, then, well, you might as well restart the game. Not saying it's impossible to recover from that, but you will be even more behind than you would normally be. Okay, so let's actually fortify here. We got Panama City. Okay, I still want to get some experience. We should just avoid being in range of Stockholm. Maybe we can kill this archer over here without taking damage from Stockholm. That would be best. That's kind of the plan here. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm not interested just yet. I still want more experience. As much as possible. Like, level 4 would be nice. Yeah, I could move in like this right now and kill him, but we'll take a ton of damage from the city. But okay, let's kill him. Yeah, there's already another archer inside the city. So... yeah, okay, I might die here to barbarians. Yeah, this is a really bad start. I'm like insanely boxed in right now. I have basically nowhere to expand to. I can get one really crappy city. And like that's basically it. I'm gonna be omega boxed in. Okay, I can't really pillage that farm. It's on the other side of the city. Alright, well, we are still at war, so let's keep it that way for a little bit. Yup. Maybe we can pillage this trade route. Not sure, like, in which direction he's moving. Yeah, okay, he's moving, like, southeast. So, probably not. Will he attack me with his warrior? He's not super eager to do that. Alright, so we are at +7 happiness right now. Let's grab landed elite then, because happiness is fine. We're about to get that settler, but I don't know how much good that's really going to do me. Grab the wheel. Yeah, I wanted to grab the iron, but it's going to be a really bad city. I can't really expand in any other direction. We could start a city, like, to the east over here. But that would really piss off Poland, I can tell you as much. That would really piss them off.
Pozdrawiam cię.
Unless we can get friendly, like, right away. But yeah, this would really piss them off. It would be a nice city, don't get me wrong. We could still get this iron. But if I start a city 4 tiles away from his capital, he's going to really hate me. To be fair though, he started a city like 6 tiles away from my capital. So you could say he started, but the AI is not going to care about who started. In their eyes, I started. It is what it is. But I think I need to gamble on that. Okay, library next. I think I need to. Because, like, this is one of the few viable tiles for a city that I got. If we can get there quickly, then I will settle. Okay, I'm gonna lose that warrior. Okay. Well, again, it's fine. Let's attack Stockholm for some experience. Okay, yeah, there's another archer inside. I don't want to risk losing my scout archer. It's just not worth the risk. Maybe he will come outside. Seems unlikely. I could use my other archer as bait. Wow, my warrior actually survived. Okay, so the other option is starting a city right here. That's the alternative. That's probably better. It will be faster to reinforce that city. And they will definitely attack me if I settle here, but I have to. I actually kind of have to. If I'm going to do that, I should definitely not stay at war with Sweden for too long. Because you know what's gonna happen. We'll end up fighting more than one AI simultaneously. But okay, let's start this. They will really hate this, I can tell you as much. They will really hate this. Okay, I'm going to buy this tile over here. Because, well, this is one of the reasons I actually settled this city. To get this iron, we need that iron. It's only 2, but, well, it's a number greater than 0, okay? Right. Okay. That'll do. And we should probably just start building the library right away. Okay, go back. I still want to get a little bit of experience from Stockholm, but I wanted to get full health back first. To not risk losing an archer. He's still at 13 combat strength, so this should be alright. Okay, this is the guy who ignores terrain cost. He has 2 targets now, so... let's go. Yeah, if I had some more units, this would have been doable. Technically, it's still doable if he doesn't build any more defenses. But how likely is that, really? Not super likely, if you ask me. Let's send one worker to help our second city. Okay, and now we need to back up. If I stay here, I'm probably going to lose this guy. We are pretty close to level 4. But I fully expect a war with Poland. He won't pay me for peace, will he? Probably not. No. Okay, fine. We'll peace out. We still slowed down his expansion and his city development. So, I mean, it's not a terrible outcome. It could have been a little bit better. But it's not that bad. Okay, now we need to worry about Poland. Does he already dislike me? Yeah, but they already want my lands. It's not terribly surprising. Entirely expected outcome. Okay, we do have that almost level 4 Scout Archer. That's basically... oh, he wants Declaration of Friendship. I mean, hey, that works. Nothing personal, I guess. That's actually fine by me. That is totally fine. So let's pivot towards Poland. There's another city-state, which we already knew about. Just didn't make contact. Right, so let's get the iron first, I think, or horses. Well, the iron would be better, especially with our Pantheon. I'm not exactly counting on getting a religion, but hey, it might happen. It might actually happen. One potential problem will be luxuries. We did get potentially 2 copies of ivory, so we'll be able to trade one. Yeah, let's get the trapping, because we need that for ivory. And we'll need happiness soon enough. Very, very soon. Okay, well, he likes me being friends with Sweden. The problem is that if I end up friendly with everyone, I will literally be unable to expand. Unless I embark and sail off somewhere. Which is not impossible, but we don't know whether I'll be able to sail anywhere or not. Because I don't know the map. And we're pretty close to like the northern edge of the map. So it's not super likely that will be a viable path of expansion. Okay, we will need a granary. I kinda want a caravan though. We can also still get a settler and try to settle over here. But I would like a caravan. Yeah, let's get a caravan. We can probably get a science bonus from a caravan. And by probably I mean we literally can. Okay, so improve the iron. We should secure that ivory pretty easily. I probably want to get this copper, although they can't buy this tile with Warsaw. They could buy it with Krakow. So we'll see about that. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, how long until we gain a tile here? I guess we need to wait a bit longer. Okay, 3 turns. We can start a road. Thing is, building a road will cost me some gold. Doesn't mean I want to do it, but I might actually wait for that caravan. So let's wait for that. Okay, 4 population. Let's explore a little bit. I'm not going to go too far with this warrior. I just want to explore my general surroundings. We'll grab this horse. We can probably sell the horse. I might need it for my own units, but I also need gold. Okay, that was the deal for the embassy. Okay. So there's Washington. I have some really close neighbors. It is what it is. We'll see what we can do with it. Okay, chop the forest. That will speed up the library a little bit. We obviously will get the iron. You can chill over here. Okay, just taking a look. I won't be going much further here, but I want to take a look. They are all so close. Yeah, that's crazy how close they are. Well, it will be a pretty interesting game, I guess. That's for sure. I'll just need to pick a target who I want to fight with. Poland might be a little bit easier at this point. It might depend on who's going to be like the first that's behind in tech. Yeah. Because I don't think I'll be able to fight the tech leader reliably. Not without, like, some tactical shenanigans and luck. Alright, we do want philosophy, like, before turn 100. This all depends on whether I want the third city before National College or after. And normally I want it before. We could have a city like here-ish. It's not gonna be super amazing, but it will be a city, I guess. The problem is that this won't give me any new copies of luxuries. I guess the gems. If we can get the gems before Kuala Lumpur claims it, that would be nice. So, okay, we'll go for Warsaw here. Obviously don't want to be much good once we go to war with them. But yeah, they have swordsmen, horsemen, catapults. I don't think I'll be going to war with them in the nearest future. That seems incredibly unlikely. Okay, accept the embassy. Yeah, I'm really worried about how this game is gonna go. I literally have nowhere to expand to. Like, literally nowhere to expand to. Just my luck. It extends to every possible game, apparently. It really does. And, well, this is Pangaea, so we can't be on, like, a smaller continent or something. There's only one continent, presumably. Right. Okay, we will need more happiness soon. Maybe we could get a religion. I mean, 4 religions can still be founded. So it doesn't sound impossible. Maybe it will happen. Let's get the copper, and then maybe we can trade it for another luxury. And we'll improve the ivory. Okay, we do have some units to defend ourselves with, if that ends up being necessary. I kind of hope not. Poland is at 14 techs. I'm at 10. But yeah, they do have swordsmen. I will actually accept the declaration of friendship. Yeah, we could go to war with somebody else instead. I still think Stockholm is a good target. Obviously, right now we have declaration of friendship, but we can break that off later on. I could still try to expand somewhere. I mean, it could happen. We are getting that settler, so I will try, but I'm not holding my breath. Okay, if we want to try getting a religion, we need to get like shrines and stuff. It might happen, it's not terribly likely, but we could try. It does need to happen faster than 41 turns though, I can tell you as much. way faster. Okay, so... Yeah, here's the thing. We obviously wanted to work the copper because of the fate, but at the same time we wanted to get more population, as you might imagine. We clearly need more population, so I can do this. Well, it won't grow while we're working on the settler. So first, let's finish the settler. In fact, we can just do this. Here, yep. The settler will take 2 more turns, almost like no matter what I assign. So this is perfectly reasonable. We'll get 1 extra fate. It would be nice to get this copper here, but I can't really afford it right now. If we claim this tile with our next expansion, which we should, then I can buy the copper. Again, he can't buy it with Warsaw. He can buy it with Krakow. I'm tempted to accept this. So William is not my neighbor. He's nowhere close to me. I might actually accept this. To get them to fight each other a little bit. Yeah, what the heck, let's actually accept that. This will get them to fight each other. And I don't have to worry about William attacking me. Because, yeah, he's nowhere to be seen. So hopefully, Poland will lose at least some units. Hopefully they will actually fight. Okay, now I need to decide whether I want to settle like here or here. We can still get thirds up here. And more iron. This is 6 iron. There's a fish over here for some food. There's deer, so like it's not a terrible spot. I might actually go there. And we are still friendly with Sweden, so we don't have to worry about that. At least not until later, potentially. Alright, we do need a granary. But the barracks would probably not hurt. Okay, let's grab a granary. We did finish the library, right? Yes, we did. Okay. Now, if we're going to settle a third city before National College, we'll need to either hard build National College, which will take some time, or buy it. I mean, the library. I don't think I'll be able to afford buying a library unless we sell the resources. For flat gold, which we could. Then we could buy the library with the flat gold, and then start building National College ASAP, because I need National College ASAP. Before we think about any more wars here. Okay, let's get monarchy to improve our happiness situation a little bit. Like so. Okay, we got the ivory, very nice. That's 7 happiness. And we can buy the copper. How much is that? 55 gold. Yeah, I don't want to wait 10 turns. Poland might not like this. But I want that copper. Okay, yeah, I can say I will refrain from claiming land. Okay, we made the promise, it's fine. He doesn't mind right now, so that's fine. Yeah, there's no penalty right now. That probably means I shouldn't claim these. But, well, he can't claim these either. So we should be fine. I will grab that copper right away. For trade and also for production. And we'll want to work that for fate potentially. 4 religions can still be founded. We might actually get a religion. That would help us potentially maintain good relations if, for example, Poland doesn't get a religion. Then I could spread mine to be their majority religion, and that's a pretty big diplomatic bonus. Okay, so we're going up here, like I already said. And, right, Surabaya. We don't need granary. Circus would be good, but let's get a granary. Let's see now. Yeah, we need to improve the wheat. But that will have to wait. For now, let's keep working the tiles we're working. For production. Okay, there's the copper. Who's buying?
Pozdrawiam cię.
You guys buying? Apparently not. Okay, then.
Scott.
She's buying, but she doesn't really have enough money. Sweden? Okay, Sweden does have enough money. So that should be 240 on standard. Yep, okay, I need that gold. if I want to gold buy the library, which is kind of the plan. We'll get philosophy in 7 turns. Okay, Casimir is in the lead in tax, which definitely means we want to stay friendly with him. And go after somebody who's, well, not in the lead. Like Sweden. Okay, this is probably gonna be the tile. Yeah. Now, we won't get the horses, unfortunately, but we'll get the iron. We'll get the furs. We'll get 2 tiles with deer. I guess I could also settle here. Well, no. I could settle here and potentially get this copper to the south. Right here. That's 3 tiles away if I settle here. I will have to spend a lot of money to buy these things. But this would definitely be better longer term. Like, without a doubt. This would be better longer term. So that's probably the play here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, anyway. We could get some more units here. We should actually get another worker. Because we got 2 workers and we're about to get our 3rd city. I do want this camp, but I also want a road at this point. So let's get started on this road. Or we can still wait a tiny little bit longer. Right, I can't improve the marble yet, right? Yeah, I need masonry. Okay, let's wait just a tiny little bit longer. And see, this tile here is a better long-term play. Okay, hold on. We don't know what else there is up here. Let's check. Not much. Not much. Yeah. Well, okay. This is without a doubt a better city location longer term. Like, absolutely without a doubt. This is just straight up better. But it will be worse short term. Significantly so. Alright, we'll settle over here. Done. Done. Okay, and we need 400 gold to buy a library. Which means I'll still need to sell something. Probably the other copper once we finish improving that. I might have to sell it for like a subpar price. Can we sell horses? Are you buying? Yes, he's buying. Is that 45, if I'm not mistaken? Okay, now I don't like selling it like this in my current situation, but I need that gold.
Ich höre.
There, okay, that's 400. Let's just buy the library right away. Done. Okay, done. Now I'm broke again. Yep. I sure am. Yes, see what I mean? It's gonna be way worse short term. We will work the deer to get more population. Yeah, he didn't like that. Even though I'm not really close to him. I mean, it's closer to my cities than it is to his cities. But whatever. We will not be settling in the nearest future anymore. Because we need to secure the National College. I could also try to send a settler, like, west. There is a barbarian camp over there. But it might be doable. Still, first we need the National College. Before we even think about that. Alright, alright. So we don't have masonry yet. We could grab a mine on that hill. We could also get started on the road, but now that I'm broke, I wouldn't want to go bankrupt. And that could actually happen. We need 1 turn of something. Doesn't matter what. We could actually grab a scout. Yeah, a scout is still useful.
Is the following trade of interest?
Yes, it is of interest to me, but not really, because you're broke. Yeah, you're too poor, bro. Alright, there's philosophy. Let's just finish that scout. Because scouting is still gonna be useful. And the next up, we could just go for construction next. Or we could rush currency. Yeah, we could actually rush currency. It's not a bad idea. We could also just straight up rush education, but we need currency for that anyway. So let's get currency. Mine over here. And we can improve the wheat. Does Poland hate me? No, we don't have a single negative modifier with them, so that's very good. I was a bit worried they will be pissed. I assumed that they will be pissed, but apparently not. They're chill. So I'm cool with that. Right, also, yeah, we do want masonry for the marble, right. Okay, there's the scout. We'll go west, see if there's a good location for a city we could get. And we'll build National College. So that will be National College before turn 100, which has always been sort of my benchmark on standard speed. And 150 on epic. Anyway. So... well, let's just build circles, because we'll need that for happiness anyway. You go west. Okay. That's another AI. Fine. Oh yeah, are you buying iron? We can probably sell that for flat gold, can we? Yes, we can. Yeah, see, Stockholm, or rather Sweden, is actually losing gold. So that early war definitely slowed him down. He's at how many techs? 14, okay. So he's only 3 ahead of me. 3 turns to get the masonry. Alright. We should start working on the roads soon. Oh yeah, peace treaty. Yep, that's good. That's good. See, and Poland is still at war with them. So I didn't have to do anything, and I got Poland to fight the Netherlands. Which was exactly the goal here. I would rather exchange embassies here. Okay, I need somebody with more gold here. I guess I can just sell it for gold per turn, which is gonna be 7. Yeah, it's gonna be 7.
Zeker niet.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. He can get that to, like, I don't know, help him fight Poland or something. Help him with happiness. Okay. +1 pop, good. Yeah, I'm gonna need more improvements, which is why my worker is heading in this general direction. And obviously we wanted to secure the first, but we need to wait a little bit longer with that. 75 to buy this tile, so I can't even do that until the next turn. Okay, Petra for Poland. Interesting. Okay, I mean, that's not the worst Petra city I've ever seen. Would be nice if we could capture that in the future, but that's gonna be, like, way further in the future. So, let's get currency here, and keep going west, see if we can find any potential city location. Probably not. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about our expansion. We could maybe settle something to the east. Okay, that might be doable. Let's send this warrior to scout it out a little bit. It's not like we have to worry about the defense at the moment. This is a super interesting start. Oh, there's a city-state over there, okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but alright. We can also improve the marble now. Yeah, not sure how I feel about that. So, okay. Well, I can't afford to buy the furs right now. We need more money for that. So let's wait for that a little bit. Okay, Oracle, 14 turns. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, 11. First, we need to finish the National College. And then we'll think about what's next. So, yeah, he already has composite bowman. Not really surprising. Okay, so... let's start working on that road. We kind of need it by now. Yep. Keep going west. So, in theory, I could capture a city-state in the future. Problem is... yeah, a lot of people might dislike that. Especially if it's protected by some AIs, which often it is. They want you to find the lands of Austria. We might be able to do that with our scout. Hopefully they are to the west. Yeah, let's go west. I can't embark yet, though. Alright, gold. Warsaw still. Yup. There you go. Okay, let's work on the road, shall we? Yes, let's. 5 more turns to get to the National College. Okay. Yeah, I can't really go much further to the east. Brussels, alright. That's fine. Kuala Lumpur declared war on William. I assume that's because Poland allied it. Yep, they did. Hey, that's a good thing. That means they're still fighting. I'm not giving you freebies. Are you crazy? I kind of need the gold, you know, to buy the furs. I'm just saying. Man, what kind of Pangaea is this? Kind of a weird one. Yeah, like, if this is an ocean to the east and to the west, this might not be an ocean. Just a bigger lake. But pretty weird Pangaea, as far as Pangaeas go. Alright, the granary. And, well, we got the Deering Road. I guess I kind of need this farm. It's not going to be a lot of food, but this city will not grow without some food, so it's gonna have to be the farm. This city will not be super big in general. I'll probably have to send food there with trade routes to expand it. But we'll worry about that later. Okay, just go back. I'm trying to find Austria, but I'm not really sure where they are. Okay, right here. I think we found the lands of Austria. Yes, we did. Nice. Okay. So let's pledge to protect Panama. So this is a maritime city-state. They do have some iron. They do have gold. As in the luxury gold. But I need way more gold to get allied with them. Like, way, way more. So, let's see now. How's the religion? So, okay, 3 more religions can still be founded. And we are now at 201 out of 200. So it actually looks like we will get a religion. And I wasn't really going for a religion. But hey, I'm more than happy to get one. Right, I don't think we need walls, although that's like famous last words. Yeah, we should be alright. Normally, this is where I would get a settler. But where would I send him, you know? Like... I could still squeeze in a city over here-ish, but Poland would be very unhappy about that. So this kind of sucks. Let's just get walls, because I might need them in the future anyway. And there's the Great Prophet. Poland did build the Great Wall, by the way, so... an even better reason to not go to war with them. Especially since, yeah, they are the lead, yeah? Yeah, they are the lead in literacy, and they have the Great Wall. It would be a terrible idea to go to war with them. Okay, let's fund the religion. And let's see what we're gonna get. Probably like the usual. So, tithe. And can we get pagodas? No. Okay, somebody already claimed pagodas. Okay, monasteries. Religious community. Peace gardens. That wouldn't do me that much good. Cathedrals. Cathedrals are alright. I might just go for cathedrals. +1 happiness on shrines in cities with 3 followers is not terrible either. But I kind of like cathedrals. They will also give us a great work of art slot, which might come in handy much later on. But yeah, +1 happiness is good. Yeah, let's just go cathedrals. I'm okay with that. And tithe. Alright. And that way we secured our pantheon. I'll just need to, you know, actually expand my religion. So we'll queue up a missionary. At least expand my religion to my own cities. But yeah, hold up. Who actually has a religion? Other than me? America and unknown civilization. I'm hoping either Poland or Stockholm never get their own religion. Would be best if Poland never got one. Then I could spread mine to Poland. I can still spread mine right now. At least try. But they will overwrite it if they get their own religion later. We'll see. It's an option, potentially. Okay, well, let's keep exploring here. Yeah, I could squeeze in a city like here-ish. I could still have one here, but... yeah, I don't know, it would not be very good, if you ask me. But I could. So we could try to build an oracle, which is a nice wonder for one free social policy. I definitely wouldn't mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. However, that's gonna be the end of this first episode, so thanks for watching all the way to the end, I appreciate it. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.